Hello, ninth grade, English 1. This is Miss Stapp with a little overview of the week's lesson plans. As you can see, we're looking at week April 27th through May 3rd, and I'm going to create several short videos about each step of the tasks that we have for this week. In the first video right now, I'm going to talk to you about our Zoom sessions. I hope you've been able to make some of them. This past one was really fun, I thought, because we gave you some claims, Miss Hintersher and I did, and ask students to take a little bit of a deeper look at some of these relationships and events in the novel. So we're trying to explore maybe what Fitzgerald is demonstrating and saying in a bigger ways about American life, about the great American dream, about consumerism, and so forth. So if you didn't have an opportunity to come to that last class, I put the slides and some videos that accompanied my slides up on the message board. But really, it's important for you to understand what we are looking for, and that's what we're hoping to initiate with those conversations, is to get you thinking in a deeper analytical way about some of these concepts. So that is Zoom. Let's look. Step 1, read Chapter 7 of The Great Gatsby. Now, Chapter 7 is pretty long and a lot of things happen. I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers, but I would like to talk to you for a few seconds about things that I'd like you to know as you read this chapter. So think about the setting that is being set up here, and Fitzgerald has made the temperature hot, unbearably hot, and this is really adding to the tension. So, how does that affect our characters in the scene? You also want to think of plot development. So, Gatsby's whole plan of winning Daisy back has now started to work, and so he's no longer having to throw these big extravagant parties in hopes that she would come, in hopes of spreading the word about his reputation. They've clearly fallen in love, and you can see that. I have There we go. Over here on the left, you see sweaty and hot and tense, and right here, love, love, love. So Tom has learned about the affair, and Daisy's confronted about whether or not she ever really loved Tom. And I want you to think about this as you read the chapter and look at the evidence. And we may talk about this next week in the Zoom meeting. All right. So Daisy is in love with Gadsby, and Gadsby is trying to erase the past 5 years where he's been without Daisy. He's he has this image of what their life should have been like, is going to be like, and nothing else seems to satisfy him. So he's kind of living in this fantasy world, or this idea of what is going to happen is almost beyond reach. So think about that as you read, and you can definitely argue. That's my claim. What is yours? Also, think about Tom's characterization that it's developed through this conflict that he's going to have with Gadsby. Tom, we know he's sexist. There's a lot of hypocrisy there because he's carrying on an extramarital affair, and yet when he learns about daisies, the potential of daisies, he explodes. So um, he's very much playing the victim here, and why? So I want you to think about all of these things as you read chapter 7 and come up with some ideas and some evidence to talk to those points. And we will discuss this deeper when we meet for our Zoom meeting.